My name is Amina Colbert, and I would describe life without parole as hopelessness, dehumanization,
discrimination,
despairing,
reckless,
heartbreaking, obscene,
hopelessness,
barbaric,
slowly dying,
and unending.
What is life without parole? It's a death sentence. It's really the death penalty.
A sentence that will put you in a locked box with the only possibility that you have is facing and waiting for your own death behind bars.
It's watching dreams die as you grow older. The life without the possibility of parole is watching people's children grow up, and you don't get those years back.
I believe everybody deserves a second chance, and that sentence doesn't give somebody a second chance because they don't have the possibility of going in front of the parole board. They don't have a possibility of going to court, having a judge take a look at this. They can't appeal this type of sentence.
For the United States to just cast people away and punish them to a slow death is unmanageable. And I just can't believe that in this country, the land of the free, they would strip the freedom from individuals so readily and so frequently.
Being tough on crime don't necessarily mean that you're safer. It just means that you're more cruel.
Most court processes, you never get to tell the whole story of what happened. So how do you decide to give someone life without parole and you never heard the whole story? To say, you will never enter society again. Case closed.
And it can't be that way. We're talking about human beings. That sentence is the walking death sentence.
When I was first sentenced to life without parole, I was really just, in a sense, shocked and numb. I couldn't believe that, wow, here I am, 20 years old, sentenced to life without parole. Basically, you're sentencing me to die in prison that I will never leave.
Whether you're guilty or not, you still are going up against a system that's have embedded in it racism and supremacy.
There's a lot of women that are in prison, trans folks that are in prison that are not committed the crime. They're in there for aiding and abetting.
There are over 5,000 people serving LWOP in California prisons.
I just can't just put it into just words. I see the women that I know.
Mimi Lee,
Arlene Dugmore, Anita Ford,
Liz Stroder,
Susan Bustamante.
My son, Anthony, my only child.
Glennis, Donna, Laura.
These are people who will die in prison.
because you don't have an opportunity to go in front of the Board of Prison hearings. You don't have an opportunity for appeal. The only thing that you have is the hope and a wish that the governor will commutate your sentence.
We shouldn't be judged under an umbrella. I believe every individual should be judged on their own merit, their own circumstances, their own situation.
And the criminal justice system operates like a huge net that catches everyone. It has nothing to do with healing. There's nothing to do with restorative justice. This system arose out of institutions of white supremacy and slavery. It's about control and punishment.
So what I think the governor should do is do everything he can to ensure that people are released. And if that means commuting sentences. But by no means do I think that if he did that, that would necessarily solve the fundamental problem that we have. So I think that we have a greater argument to have as a society in order to get to the question of what to do about LWOP in a real way.
Yes, I'm asking the general public to please consider looking, if you don't know about what an LWOP sentence is, to get informed. There are many advocacy groups who are working on prison conditions. LWOP is a slow death sentence. I'm asking that family members of people serving time create a movement, become advocates, advocate for your loved ones, right next to all the other organizations and people out there fighting for change in our criminal justice system.